do anything.
Okay.
Just go ahead and stand up. Okay.
I'm gonna let him. Who is he to you?
What do you mean?
The guy that was just with you.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I got that.
You can get him.
No, I'm saying, who is he to you?
Around, put your hands behind your back.
Boyfriend, friend, coworker?
Why am I being arrested?
For fraud, basically.
For fraud?
Yeah.
On November 22nd, 2023, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport Police received a call that would expose one of the most amateur fraud attempts they had ever witnessed. A woman at an Audi dealership was attempting to purchase a luxury vehicle using an expired paper ID, mismatched personal information, and a credit application that raised more red flags than a communist parade. What followed was a masterclass in poor criminal decision-making and spectacular lying.
Still here?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hey, could you do me a favor? Bring me the credit app to the service limit.
So
the Roadster credit
they
app.
handed him this. He doesn't have this on, or she doesn't have this on her, but the numbers are the same, date of births are different, and this one expired.
The suspicious transaction. The dealership staff noticed something wasn't quite right from the beginning. The woman presented an expired paper ID, but the real problems emerged when employees began processing her credit application. The information didn't match. The dates of birth were different. The numbers were inconsistent. When the sales team pulled up the credit report, they discovered the address listed for her current employer was a business that no longer existed. The pieces weren't falling into place. They were scattering in every direction. The dealership employees had seen enough fraudulent attempts to recognize this one. This wasn't a paperwork error. This was deliberate identity theft. They contacted the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport Police Department immediately, setting the trap. Officers arrived and assessed the situation. The dealership staff showed them the credit application, the expired license, and the paper ID with conflicting information.
He doesn't have this on, or she doesn't have this on her, but the numbers are the same, the date of births are different, and this one expired.
The photo on file with the DMV showed a Hispanic woman, but the person in the waiting room looked nothing like her. The suspect was with a male companion in an area where they could easily flee through multiple exits.
With a guy. It's her and a guy.
Where's their vehicle at?
I don't know what they're driving. I think it's the Dodge Charger out front registered to this person.
So in this case they do run, they won't have a car.
Okay.
Officers made a tactical decision. Move the couple to the sales manager's office before revealing their purpose. The office had only one door.
That way they can't run. That's a more secure office.
That's
Why don't
fine.
you do that for me, Raj? Even I'll walk you.
Escape would be impossible. The dealership staff agreed to relocate them under the pretense of finalizing paperwork. The trap was set. The confrontation begins. When officers finally entered the office to speak with the woman, they maintained a calm, professional demeanor. They needed her to stay cooperative long enough to gather evidence and confirm her identity, or rather, confirm that she wasn't who she claimed to be.
How you doing?
Hi.
Can we talk to you for a minute? Do you have your ID?
No, I didn't bring it.
You didn't bring your ID?
No, I did not.
This was a remarkable answer considering she was in the middle of purchasing an expensive vehicle. What person attempts to buy a car worth tens of thousands of dollars without bringing any identification? It was the first of many absurd claims she would make that afternoon.
I understand my information that I gave them. I have my insurance and everything.
Okay. Do you have anything in your purse that has your name on it?
I have my information that I gave them, my insurance card.
Okay. Do you have any credit cards or anything in
No,
your purse?
I wasn't told to bring that other than what I brought.
The woman acted surprised, as if she had forgotten she had given them anything at all. She claimed she had no other identification on her. No credit cards, no insurance cards, nothing with her name on it. Do you have anything in your purse that has your name on it? The officer asked. I have my insurance card, she replied, contradicting her earlier statement. The woman's story was already unraveling, and the questioning had barely begun. The Hispanic woman problem. The officers explained the core issue. When they ran the driver's license number she had provided, it came back to a completely different person. The photo attached to that license number showed a Hispanic woman who looked nothing like the black woman sitting in front of them. That can't be right, she protested. The officer showed her the photo. This is the photo that's attached to that driver's license. That's obviously not you. I don't know who that person is, but that's not me, she agreed.
The photo that's attached to that driver's license, that's obviously not you.
I don't know who that person is.
But
No,
this
that's
is,
not me.
when I ran your driver's license number,
I don't
this
know
is the
why it
photo.
comes up like that.
Okay,
I have
that's
no
why
idea.
she's trying to figure it out.
I need to figure it out too.
Okay.
She blamed the DMV, suggesting they must have made a mistake. She claimed she had lost her original ID and gotten a paper replacement just over a week ago.
I did some for the DMV.
No, I know, but when?
It was like a week ago.
A week
Like
ago?
a week and some days ago.
She's looking at the paperwork.
When officers pointed out this discrepancy, she had no explanation. I didn't even want to come in with my paper ID.
ID on her. You said she presented an ID. Do we have that ID?
Danielle. No, it was the paper. Papers what
So
she
she
brought.
never. So
Let me
you
see if
guys,
she
you
emailed
guys,
it to me.
you guys sell cars without having a physical ID?
If you have a paper ID, that's a real ID from the DMV.
Blamed the salesperson for encouraging her to use suspicious documentation. But it didn't explain why the birth date had mysteriously changed or why someone else's photo was linked to her driver's license number.
It happened? Okay. How?
You have the paper ID, the new paper ID. That
Here you go. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Here you go. Here's the old one. Here's the new one.
No. The one that
I don't have
the original, the one that
the guy at that.
No, the copy that we made a copy of.
It's on every tax form, every job application, every credit report. It's as fundamental as knowing your own name. The woman hesitated. Can you say your social security number one more time? The officer asked. She deflected, pointing at the paperwork. It's on the paper. What about the last four? The officer pressed. Again, she pointed at the documents. It's on the paper. You don't know the last four of your social security number? Officers noticed her glancing at her phone. When they asked her to provide the number without looking at anything, she struggled. For someone who claimed this was her real identity, she seemed remarkably unfamiliar with her own basic information. When officers finally asked her to write down her social security number from memory, she wrote down a different number than the one she had provided earlier in the conversation. It was a devastating mistake, one that proved she didn't actually know the number she was claiming belonged to her. The boyfriend complication. Throughout the interrogation, the woman's male companion grew increasingly agitated. Officers eventually asked him to leave the room so they could focus on questioning the primary suspect without his interference. The purse that proved everything. Officers asked permission to search the woman's purse. She consented, confident they wouldn't find anything incriminating. What they found was remarkable.
I think my partner asked you earlier. Are you absolutely 100% certain there's nothing else in that purse that's got your name on it?
Do you mind if he goes through it?
No, I do not. There you go. Oh, my bad.
In a final attempt to verify her identity, officers asked for her mother's phone number. They planned to call and confirm basic information like her daughter's birth date. The woman provided a number. A man answered, allegedly her boyfriend, though she'd never mentioned one. When the officer asked for the woman's mother, the man had no idea who they were talking about. Are you serious? The officer asked, exasperated. The woman tried to backtrack, claiming she gave them the wrong number, but the damage was done. She had written down a phone number claiming it belonged to her mother, and it clearly didn't. The work address that didn't exist. Officers discovered another critical flaw. The work address on the credit application didn't exist. The business she claimed to work for was out of service. When confronted, she insisted it was a mistake. She claimed she worked there and the address was correct. But officers verified through multiple sources that no such business existed at that location. This was particularly damaging because employment verification is crucial for car loans. By providing a fake work address, she demonstrated clear intent to defraud the dealership and any potential lender.
Pretty upset when I asked for your mom. And you just told me you got the wrong number. It sounded like I woke him up.
Oh, but that's probably why.
The arrest, after more than an hour of questioning filled with contradictory information, failed memory of her social security number, a fake phone number for her mother, an inability to explain why someone else's photo was attached to her driver's license. Officers had seen enough. Just go ahead and stand up, the officer instructed.
Stand up.
Okay.
We'll let him. Who is he to you?
What do you mean?
The guy that was just with you.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I got that.
You can get on my.
No, I'm saying, who is he to you?
Around, put your hands
What do you
behind
mean?
your back.
Boyfriend, friend, coworker?
Somebody on me.
What jail am I going to? Officers explained they would transport her to the holding facility at DFW Airport. A short trip. Can I at least use the bathroom? She pleaded. I've been holding my pee because I didn't want you guys to think I was trying to do something. It was a last-ditch delay attempt, but officers had heard it before. She could use facilities at the jail. For now, she was in custody. The boyfriend's role. Officers also detained the male companion. While he claimed ignorance of her fraudulent activity, his presence made him a person of interest. He would need to provide a statement explaining his involvement. The dealership provided all documentation from the attempted purchase, including a receipt showing the vehicle was valued at approximately $84,000. Had she succeeded, she would have driven away with a luxury vehicle purchased entirely with stolen identity information. The aftermath. The case revealed several important lessons about identity theft and fraud prevention. Dealerships must verify identification carefully. This Audi dealership did exactly right. They noticed discrepancies, investigated, and contacted law enforcement. Identity thieves often rely on confidence rather than sophistication. This woman couldn't remember basic information about the identity she'd stolen. She failed repeatedly when asked to verify details any legitimate person would know automatically. Paper IDs create opportunities for fraud. While they serve legitimate purposes, they're easier to fake or manipulate than permanent identification with security features. Modern fraud schemes involve recently obtained information. The woman's claim that everything changed about a week ago likely reflected when she acquired the stolen credentials. Fraudsters move quickly before victims realize they've been compromised. The charges. The woman was charged with fraud and providing false information to law enforcement. These charges carry serious penalties, including potential prison time and substantial fines. Her attempted theft had been documented and would follow her through the legal system. The boyfriend was questioned and released pending further investigation. Whether he would face charges depended on what investigators could prove about his knowledge and participation. The bigger picture. This case represents one incident in the massive epidemic of identity theft affecting millions annually. The woman demonstrated remarkable confidence despite having virtually no credible evidence supporting her claimed identity. She sat through more than an hour of questioning, maintained composure, offered explanations for every discrepancy, and never admitted wrongdoing even when confronted with irrefutable evidence. This persistence is common among fraudsters. They rely on the hope that if they keep denying, keep explaining, keep providing alternatives, they might wear down investigators or find a sympathetic ear. But these officers were thorough, patient, and methodical. They verified information through multiple sources. They asked the same questions different ways to check consistency. They remained professional while systematically dismantling every lie. The attempted fraud at the DFW Audi dealership ended exactly as it should have, with the perpetrator in handcuffs and the business protected from a substantial financial loss. The woman who walked into that dealership hoping to drive away in an $84,000 luxury vehicle instead took a much shorter trip to a holding cell. Her confidence never wavered, even when faced with overwhelming evidence of her deception. She maintained her lies until the very end, insisting she was the victim of DMV mistakes and misunderstandings rather than a criminal attempting to steal someone else's identity. But the evidence told a different story. The mismatched photos, the inconsistent birth dates, the inability to remember a social security number, the fake work address, the phone number that didn't belong to her mother, and the suspiciously empty purse all painted the same picture. A woman who thought she could fool the system and learned she couldn't. The dealership staff deserved credit for their vigilance. By checking the details, questioning the discrepancies, and calling police when their suspicions were confirmed, they prevented a significant crime and protected their business from financial loss. For anyone watching this case unfold, the lesson is clear. Identity theft may seem easy, but it requires more than confidence and a stolen social security number. It requires consistency, documentation, and the ability to answer basic questions about the identity you're claiming to possess. This woman had none of those things, and her amateur hour fraud attempt ended exactly where it deserved to, in failure and arrest.